Ruthie lived in an environment that was extremely abusive. She ran away when she was 14. By the time she was 18, she was in foster care. That continued on into her 2 marriages that she had. They were also abusive. She had 4 children, which unfortunately were taken away from her because of the environment that she was living in. After that happened, she became extremely depressed. Also was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and she has a developmental disability.
When I first got here, I was really depressed and down, and they've helped me pick up my feeling, and they've helped me to overcome this depression that I had.
When I met Ruth a couple of years ago, she was very depressed. She had very low self-esteem. She lived in a very difficult situation. She came to program maybe once a month. She didn't participate when she did come. We found out that it was her barriers that was preventing her from participating and from coming to program. And when we talked to her about creating individualized goals, she started to perk up and get excited about that. Ruth made a really big change. She moved into a better living situation, and when that took place, her transformation really started to shine. Ruth started to come out of her depression, and she started to come to program every single day. And she works every day by either answering the phones or working in the food pantry or shredding.
Goodwill opened Ruthie's eyes to the possibility of a lot of other things out there in the world that Ruthie could do. And we were able to open that door for Ruthie, teach her those skills, and now Ruthie's on her way.
She's using the tools that Goodwill is teaching her, and she's having positive feedback to it. And so that's encouraging her to want to learn more and to do more.
I'm grateful for Goodwill, because they've done a lot for me. They taught me math and got me really into doing more stories and reading and writing. And we started the newsletter, and I've been going through there and writing articles and stuff.
Ruth contributed to a lot of the menus that we created for the food pantry. We tried to make sure that they're all healthy and that they're affordable. Ruth also helps out with the shopping for the food, and she will bring the food back here and she'll bag the food, and then she also helps with delivering the food. The reason why Ruth loves that the most is because Ruth is all about giving back to others in the community.
She loves the self-worth that she gets and helping somebody else, because she's been in their shoes. I know when she's gone and done the food drive with the Goodwill program, because she comes back and she's just beaming and she's talking about how wonderful it feels.
It makes me feel really good. It makes me giggle. It just right here in my heart, it just feels fantastic.
So over the holidays, Ruth got some really good news from 2 of her sons. One of her sons is getting married, but the highlight was that she found out she was going to be a grandma.
My second to the oldest kid is having a baby, and I'm going to be a grandma for the first time in my life. And so I'm so excited, because I've been asking a lot. I said, when am I going to be a grandma? And then he calls around the 2nd of January and tells me, Mom, you're going to be a grandma. And I was so excited. I walked into the other rooms and say, I'm going to be a grandma.
I am very proud of Ruth. When I met her a few years ago, she was a different person. And now all I see is a smile from Ruth's face every day when I see her.
She's at the point now, where she's feeling really good about herself. And we're really just starting to see the real Ruth. And I'm just excited for this next year to see what other surprises she has for us.
Because you donate to Goodwill, you change lives like Ruthie's.
Because you donate to Goodwill, we can continue to provide training services to clients like Ruth.
Ruth is the story behind the store.
I am the story behind the store, and I love to smile.